music director.
Wow, so
She pretty, you know,
very
talented.
Yeah, very talented.
I saw her at Sugar Pub. Where is it, on 72nd Street? Sugar. You know
It's
what
like
I'm
a
talking?
cabaret style
Yeah,
place?
yeah.
Yeah.
So she started playing. Everybody's talking, having a fun time, blah blah blah, and she was like, "Shh."
Oh.
Like
don't
everybody's
blame her.
talking and having a great time, and you're not listening to what I'm
Yeah, but
doing.
that's not going to be appealing. Shushing people.
She doesn't care.
She brought the place down quiet.
She comes
Everybody
from the
say-
Miles
Your eyes,
Davis School.
the shirt is good. It brings out the color. See her eyes?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
think? I think we
That's
all
what I
kind of
told
blend
her.
together.
Yes,
I was trying really
fabulous.
hard.
And I, was told him red because I was gonna wear the red scarf,
All right.
but they nixed
It won't be the
Alex's-
last time.
I got to be careful. I'm the squeaky chair.
Oh yeah, DW40.
Oh, that might be a good idea. Is my hair okay? I didn't
I
get
always
my.
You
worry
could
about
be
my
like,
hair.
so Cecilia, what do you think about Puff Daddy? Squeak.
Alex is in the house, and we have a special guest, Cecilia Eljuri.
See.
Very good. Accomplished singer-songwriter, one of the top Latina female guitarists.
That's open too.
I was going back and forth about Latina, Latinx. and,
I
you know.
You could say Latina and safe because then it's
Latin.
Latine, Latinx,
Oh, I
Latin.
learned all
Latin,
about that last night, yeah.
Hispanic, you're like, oh my God, kill
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I don't
So
like
that I've
term,
learned.
Latinx.
I know, but it's all over the place. So Latina is simple because
It is, yeah.
it's simpler. Yeah.
Yeah,
Latin X of what?
I muted mine.
That's mine.
that's not
Oh.
mine.
That's mine.
Okay.
Oh. The offender.
So you guys been touring
Oh, no.
around, and I noticed mostly on your website that you went to Canada.
That's you.
Yeah.
That's you.
Canada. I know you were in Iowa,
Yes.
and you had big
And we were in
storms there.
Detroit too.
Detroit, yeah. And Delaware. Anywhere else? What are you?
And then we did
you have a
3 shows in Canada, 4 shows
Yeah.
or 3 shows in Canada.
Different
And then
places.
we're going to come back and do Delaware next week, and then we're doing Joe's Pub as the
Okay.
culmination of our party in New York City. Yeah.
it's exciting. I have a ticket.
It's very exciting. I
I
love playing New York because
know.
it's your hometown, you know,
Yeah.
as much as I'm an immigrant and wasn't born here. I was raised here.
Must be horrified what's going on.
Horrifying. Unacceptable.
Just it's hard for me when you watch the Sandy Bachman and her friend. I'll send an invite for you to follow both of them. There's like 20 freelance journalists that go in New York and
That are regularly tracking.
yes,
Great.
the front lines.
Great.
Like Sandy's 85. She found her
Great.
column.
Oh,
She
in
has
or
no
out?
fear. She's been at George Floyd. She was in Charlottesville.
She shows up.
Yeah.
She's Jewish.
She digs in.
To
She's got a
Liberace.
lot to write about.
She has she's had urine thrown in her face. She's been pushed, broken her arm, broken her leg.
Wow.
And the worst experience was January 6th, and she was in the middle of all that, being
Okay.
Jewish too.
Do you want 1 o'clock?
Good.
1 o'clock?
Sure. You don't have. Yeah.
How long?
You know what? We're going to. Why don't
no
you set it for
respect.
45 minutes? We're just going to talk as long as we can, and we'll just figure it out. What time is it?
Tell her stop touching my leg.
It's because I keep rotating because I don't want to have my
3:30.
back to him.
We have about an hour. Let's see. We have the studio till 5. So we have enough for an hour interview. So I think what I like to do is just talk as long as we have information to talk.
And
Okay.
cameras, there's 1 camera, 2 cameras?
I
Three.
think there's 3.
3.
But
So-
you just look at me
That's my
or look at
question.
him.
Okay.
But I don't want you to be looking over.
Yeah,
It's
'cause I'm
really
not
easy.
singing, so I don't have to look at it.
That's correct.
Right.
Yeah. We
So-
can't. It's really hard to do performance here.
Yeah,
Alex was part of.
I'm saying
He's
it's
been very
different,
patient. He
yeah.
came here for our. Huh? Is the steeple behind my? Oh, you listen how that squeaky it is.
Yeah,
We
is there another
dub-
chair?
Is there- you know what? Can I have a different
Is there
chair?
a different chair? This one's squeaky.
Yeah, this one's horrific.
Like it's not good.
You know,
Good idea.
I'll take the other one.
Do a switch.
Yeah.
A switchy.
I have to do this. I can't.
You haven't done these in a while.
I did one
I know it might
Last summer.
mess up our camera,
Yeah.
but it's too,
But you also were interviewing.
With Keith Fluid.
sorry.
You know Keith Fluid.
You were doing-
He's a great singer. Yeah.
What kind of stuff, R&B? No.
It was me and Keith sang us.
Oh,
we,
I thought-
we did a Michael Jackson tune together.
Is this okay, Alex? This?
That one's lower now, so you guys need to lower yourselves a little.
oh, I
How's
don't
that?
know. It's okay.
How's
It's o-
that? He
oh,
could lower
but the
too.
thing is he set the cameras already. That's
Yep.
why.
So let me make that judgment, because
I just,
if
a
all
little
the
bit,
seats
see.
change, I might have to change all the cameras. And that would
Okay, I
take
went back
longer,
to where I
but let me
was.
take a look, because I haven't taken a look.
okay,
And I can't look from here.
okay.
Thank you,
Bajita.
Rich.
Un poquito más para arriba.
More?
A little more.
Too much?
That's good.
No, that's
No,
See,
it's
the
good.
steeple's in my head.
Yeah.
Thing is like getting the hair to behave.
Everybody get your position, and then I'll
Okay.
Sorry.
focus the cameras.
Just it keeps rotating that way and I want to be here. Okay.
It's the magnetism.
Can you can rotate if you want.
Can you come in a little closer so the steeple's not coming out of your head?
Well, see, I thought I
Oh.
was moving
He,
over,
has
so
he can move the background.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got to move it.
He's gotta
but that's
move
why I
that
moved
background.
over this way because I thought
No, the other way, yeah.
That's better.
That
Th-
is better.
this is better.
Yeah.
The steeple. But he's just,
No,
that's
now you
where-
went back too far.
Is that your final answer?
Go back
So
this
the
way.
problem is the steeple's coming out of my head.
Come closer
I
to
can move
Cecilia.
the, okay,
Okay.
this is a very moving landscape.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get a show started.
Okay.
Okay.
And every action.
Sorry.
I have to make an opposite reaction. So anyway, are you settled with the cameras?
Yes.
Okay. So, let me see now. I don't want you to be leaning into each other's shots, but it's very
The
tight
steeple's
because
coming right out of your
our
head.
chroma key is here, so, okay.
We tried to work on that before you guys arrived, but I can see there it's still there. I thought I wouldn't move in the chair.
He's moving us.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Hang on.
That's good.
Is this a roller coaster or what? And it's all in English, right?
Yes.
Some words will come out in Spanish, but mostly in English, like the songs and lyrics. And
Talk about the album as much as you want.
yes, yes, and I mean, I can hold it up too, and I'm proud of
And
you.
who, this would
if
be,
you hold up an album,
Like
I
that.
am not going to zoom in for a close-up
that's fine.
because that looks like public access. You know how it's
Yeah,
gonna
no,
look.
no, no. I'm not asking you
So
to.
just hold it up
Don't
and
let.
Ginger,
He'll
No
cut to the
tacky.
cover.
No tacky.
when you're editing.
They'll edit
get
in
it
a cover.
off of Ginger, when you're editing, you get it off of the
Gotcha.
internet or from Amazon or from wherever the album is. There's a nice image of that album somewhere online.
Well, she designed the image, so we can
well,
it's really
give that
get
to.
the
We can
image
get. We'll
from
get the real
the
image.
designer's straight and let's ignore
Right, the real
Amazon
image.
and
beautiful.
everything. Yes.
Hacia
Yeah,
el
high-res
mundo,
image from the
Yeah.
designer
El
here,
tu-
and
Yeah.
that will be good shape.
a hootie.
Perfecto.
If
And
I
you're
say it,
Ginger.
Oh,
yes,
good.
I mean,
yes.
known as Ginger.
Yeah.
As a journalist.
That's actually my real name.
It's a good name.
Ginger New York is the show.
Ginger New York is the show.
It's named after a ginger martini.
Oh, fantastic.
That's how came up with the brilliant idea. It was Ginger New York in Italian, and so when I was like,
love it.
and
What's your last name?
Broderick, like Matthew Broderick.
Oh, Broderick, right.
So I'm a CPA, and so I went to a neighborhood restaurant in Midtown where I had an office, and I always entertained there with guests and had meetings there and stuff. And as a thank you, the manager came up with an idea of having a line of cocktails, and they wanted to have one named after me. So they came up with Ginger New York.
It's great.
But
name.
in Italian, and I got to taste all the different variations, from start to and then a professional mixologist came in and then tweaked all the recipes and stuff like that.
Fantastic.
So when I was coming up with an idea for this show, I thought about the Ginger New York, and I just put it into
It's
the English.
great.
Isn't
It's
it great?
great.
But it's a good, GNY, I can do that.
Yes, and it's your
Yeah.
image, because,
Yeah.
the ginger thing, your name.
Yeah. It's an overall umbrella of what my life is here in New York.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic.
So it worked out really well.
love it.
I got a lot of teasing growing up, with my name, but it turned out great once
It's
I went
a
on
great
my own.
name.
Yeah. But, in the financial world, it's like, who would ever work with someone who would ever work with someone with the name Ginger? But once I started doing,
Ginger.
Yes.
Guess what? We are rolling. Everybody's looking good. I'm going to cut to your camera, and as soon as you start talking, I will start the clock. Everybody have a good show.
okay,
Thank you.
great.
Hang on, let me find your camera.
It's okay. I see it. Oh. Oh, there's that hair. I was late. Oh, I know I messed it up. Can you help me with
Very
this?
good. You're good.
Oh, that's good right
You're
now.
good right
Yep.
there.
Don't touch.
No,
Okay.
there.
I was running late myself and I didn't get my hairspray. But anyway.
Oh, I don't have any hairspray in my purse.
Don't touch.
Feels like
Where's your hairspray? Do you have yours?
My dad used to go, your hair is out of place.
That's what I just did myself.
It works. It works.
It does
actually
See,
work.
it's
works.
opposite here. Okay. Okay.
Right there. is
If you see it hanging over something, just go like that so I can, or
yeah, I'll go like
Yeah,
something. Unless I'm pushing my hair out of the way. But there's no wind.
I
in
can
here.
edit now too. So.
I did a show once, and they put a fan back here.
Oh wow.
It was like Bethlehem. It was a huge. I'm like, no. I can't see at all. My hair was like all in front of me because it was blowing from behind.
Beautiful
Okay,
hair.
please, could you turn that off?
My favorite
Okay,
is
Ginger.
You ready for me?
Countdown.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ginger Broderick, and I'm the host of the Ginger New York TV show. Welcome. Let me start over because I had hair in my mouth. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ginger Broderick, and I'm the host of the Ginger New York TV show. Welcome to Ginger Fridays here at M&N TV Studios. We are live here in New York City at our new studios on West 38th Street in the Hudson Yards neighborhood. We have a great show for you today. Alex Alexander is in the house, and he's joining me as a co-host for our special guest, Cecilia Eljuri. Cecilia is an activist. She's a singer-songwriter. She is one of the top Latina guitarists in the whole world. Oh my God, I'm a super fan. I am so thrilled, so thrilled.
Oh, I'm thrilled. You know, it's New York is my
Welcome.
home.
Yay.
And Ginger New
Welcome,
York is
Cecilia.
part of that.
Thank you.
It's fantastic.
Well, it's great having you
Yay.
here.
It's
Thank you,
great.
Alex.
Again,
great.
one more time.
Right,
Yeah.
actually, you were here many years ago,
Yes.
but I'm so happy to have you back because you have new music.
It was
that's gonna be-
several albums ago that we had
wow.
last connected. It was a couple of albums ago.
Wow,
Yes.
I know you're releasing your sixth one.
Yes.
And you have an album release party coming up at Joe's Pub.
Yes, Joe's Pub is our culmination of our touring in the U.S. and in Canada, and we're going to celebrate the release of the album at Joe's Pub.
What a great place.
It's a great
What
venue.
Oh, wonderful, yes.
What's the name of the album?
Así es el mundo.
Which, for the English-speaking people,
This is the way of the world.
fantastic.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And what made you come up with that title? What was the idea?
It's that's a great question. It's basically like when I'm writing songs, I build a whole kind of repertoire for our new album, and then one of them speaks to me. One of the songs speak to me, and that becomes like the album title. That kind of grabs the message for the whole set
Right.
of songs, and in this case, it was Así es el mundo.
And are you the sole person organizing all the music, arranging the music, or do you have a collaborator with you, or how does it work
Oh, that's
with
a great question. I pretty much write all the songs, do my own arrangements, and then I pull in other people, to do performances, to do recordings, to do co-producing, to do engineering, but especially the most important thing are the musicians that work on the record.
And you're the main producer.
Yes, I produced the record Así es el mundo, and I did have collaborative producers, co-producers that worked with me on this record.
Right.
Alexandra Gacci, Paul
Right.
Romano, and T. Skoll.
And Alexandra helps you with management as well.
Alexandra's the manager. She's the head of Monoville Records,
Right.
which this record's coming out on. And we have formed a partnership with 6 Degrees Records. So this actually is going to be released under both Monoville and
wonderful.
6 Degrees. But Monoville is the head umbrella of the release. Yeah,
Oh,
very
wonderful.
exciting. So there's a lot of
Yes.
great support behind the record. A lot of people who believe in my vision, even though I'm sometimes like so horrified about what's going on in the world. Music lifts us up and takes us out of the dark side and puts us into the light. And that's really, I really believe that.
So when you came up with the title, Así es el mundo, that's the way the world is. Is that your reflection upon how the world is actually today? Is that you saying, here's my view of what the world is?
That's exactly right. That's exactly. It's like what I'm seeing and feeling. Because as a touring artist, I tour with my power trio, Alex Alexander and
Who's
Wesley.
he? I don't know him.
and Winston Roy.
Winston.
And Winston Roy and Alex Alexander is somebody I know pretty well.
You know what I
Who's
tell
a
him?
phenomenal drummer.
I tell him I have the coolest friends, but he has the coolest of the cool friends.
And we, as you know, we tour around the world
Yeah,
and
we've been together
toured
for a
in lot
long
of different
time.
places. And the message behind the songs is really global. Like you'd be surprised. Like this is the way of the world. And whether we're in the Netherlands or whether we're in Chicago or whether we're in Mexico City, a lot of the people that you talk to have similar perspective on life. And this is a time in history right now that I wanted to capture with the album. It's like we're going through such a hard time. I feel like there's global crisis going on, and so that's why it was named Así es el mundo.
Right. Some of the song titles reflect your opinion of the world that's going on. Song titles like Karma, which
Same.
speaks for itself. Luz, which is light, or, that you're looking for the light in the
Yeah.
world. And another song called Brisas del Mar.
Sí.
Brisa del Mar is more a reflection on being in the calm place,
Exactly.
away from what's going on in the rest
Yeah,
of
like
it.
an inner peace. Karma is basically if you cross a moral line, karma's going to get you. It's going to catch up to you. Your soul is not for sale. And that's what karma's all about. And that's a real important message, especially with what's going on in the United States. But again, the impact of what goes on in the United States does flesh out to become a global issue.
And Money Hungry.
Money Hungry is a song
Here I have the titles right here
Oh,
on her new
fantastic.
album. I have it.
Fantastic.
Yes, Money Hungry. There's one that's also Cambio.
Cambio. Now,
Cambio?
Cambio is
Cambio.
really like the big message about the album is empowerment, self-empowerment. What can you find within yourself, your light, tu luz? El poder es tuyo, which is exprésate. The power is within you. And Cambio is if we all really think positively, get away from the toxicity, and aim towards change, every little bit you can do, we're going to get there. And that's what change is all about. When you look at the great people before us who were instruments of change, you know what I mean? That's what happened in history. So I am a firm believer that people do want change. People want a better world. And I'm sitting here with two people who share that. And using music to lift us up and get that message out is my platform and my good fortune to have that, to be able to write songs around change.
I remember when you were here before, you had organized a protest in New York City.
Oh, that
It was-
little one? That little protest?
And you mentioned that you had a list at your estimated size of crowd for your permit.
Yeah,
And you put
yeah.
down 5,000, and how many showed up?
Well, there were 15 organizers, and we were all different types of people, from a cop, an FBI person, a musician like me. We had a psychiatrist. We had a lawyer, different people that got together, and we were like, we have to do something to show the new government at the time, which was January 2017, that they work for us. So let's do this march. And there was a march, similar march happening in other cities, including DC, which we weren't connected with, but we all said, let's do something in New York. And let's start with a permit for 5,000. How many people do you know? How many people? Let's get a permit for 5,000 people. So we go get the permit for 5,000 people. And then as the weeks went by, our numbers were growing. People were signing up more and more and more every week. So we kept going back
Okay.
and upping the permit.
Okay, I was wondering about that process.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
because that's a surprise with the police.
So how many people at the end was the complete total?
In New York City alone,
Yes.
about 750,000 people.
Isn't that
Fantastic.
They had to
incredible?
close Second Avenue.
Wow.
They were originally giving us one lane to march in. I mean, and the cops got along. It was everybody. It was a beautiful day. They closed 42nd Street.
Yeah.
The whole street.
I waited for 10 trains to go
Hundreds.
through before I could get on the 6th line.
It was the most amazing. It was a beautiful day. You know, old people, young people, straight, gay, black, white, Asian, you know, Latinos. We all got along. Men, women, children, families, theys, everybody was there.
Weren't they wearing the little kitty bonnets
we
too?
had the pussy hats.
That's what they were, yeah.
So traffic was stopped that day, I gather.
Yeah.
No, it was cleared.
Oh.
They
It was
blocked the
Oh,
streets.
wow.
They gave us the streets because our numbers kept going up of how many. So they shut down Second Avenue from, I forgot what street,
That's
like
really incredible.
57th or something, down to 42nd. They closed all of 42nd going east to west up to 8th Avenue, and we marched until we hit, I think it was Trump Tower was where we landed to get the message, and it was a peaceful, no arrests, nothing. Nobody got hurt. It was fantastic.
How did that make you feel after seeing 750,000 people came out to support?
It's exactly the inspiration to write a song like Cambio.
Right.
Exactly that. You feed off of that and you go, wait, we can do this. We have done it. We will do it. We will continue to fight. We have to use everybody's got a voice. Every single person has a perspective, a voice, and something to say. And you just need to know that you can use your voice and that you're not alone in that voice. And that's where when we travel, like I was saying, whether you're in Toronto or you're in San Francisco, wherever you are, you connect with people and they are sharing similar ideas. So their skin might look different. They might be older. They might be young. Who cares? You know, you're sharing good things.
Good
and
energy,
Good
yeah.
energy. Exactly.
And you're continuing the activism today. Where were you today?
Oh, just today I was down at 26 Federal Plaza.
Boy, that's really
because
incredible.
I am horrified about what's going on with the ICE agents, which are basically masked people, not identifying themselves,
It's terrible.
kidnapping people because they're not saying who they are. And so outside of 26 Federal Plaza, people are showing up to the courthouse because they
terrible.
have an immigration hearing. So they're trying to do things in the legal steps. These are people who are showing up that want to do it the legal. They have an appointment.
Right.
So
It's
they're
terrible.
pouncing on these people.
It's terrible.
No due process, throwing
Terrible.
them in some sort of temporary detainee situation, which is a nightmare. It's like
For animals,
concrete,
yeah.
minimal, no, medications, no care for
terrible.
anything.
Terrible.
It's supposed to be a couple of hours that they're in there. They're not in there for, it's days and days and days. And this has been documented, and this is an ongoing problem. And now there's more money being invested in this kind of behavior. So, I don't know, call it kidnapping. My song Así es el mundo is about, no es justo separar familias. It's not just to separate families. That is evil.
Oh, it is.
I don't know what you call.
They abducted a teenager in Queens, a brilliant student, and no arrest record or anything.
Yeah,
and
no
he
criminal
disappeared.
record. Yeah.
Yes, he disappeared for a month.
Desaparecido.
No one knew where he
Right.
was.
Sometimes artists, they find an avenue in which to express themselves to the public, and sometimes we use an avenue like dance music or pop music in order to reach the mass amount of people that are out there listening. So that's kind of what you've done with the song Cambio, because when you first gave it to me as a demo, the first thing I thought of was that it was a
Uplifting.
salsa-tinged, Celia Cruz-ish kind of song.
Yes.
And so that's how we approached it when we started rehearsing.
What's great about our synergy is I was born in Guayaquil, Ecuador, but raised in New York City. Alex, you were born in Cali, Colombia,
Right.
but raised in New York City. So we have we do have it in our blood, and at home we listen musically. I listen to, Afro Cubano, rumba flamenco, all that kind of cumbias, and all that influence from my family. Traditional Latino rhythms, and that
Right.
we understand clave, we understand all of that. But then growing up in New York City, we played with like the best
Led Zeppelin.
musicians the best reggae musicians, best funk, best
Right.
rock.
Isn't it
Like you
incredible? Yeah.
grow up playing clubs, the club scene
Yeah.
in New York and we had that similar background. So it's not like I didn't grow up in Ecuador listening to
Oh, just
just that or imported music. It was like, it was like the real deal in New York.
And-
You're watching the best players. How are they hitting the chords? What is that drummer doing?
Right. And we try to share those rhythms and those folkloric
Exactly.
ideas with the rest of the world that may not have heard of that kind of thing.
Hey, listen, you're talking about me. I grew up in the Midwest. You know?
Oh, you did?
Yes.
So
it's a rural community. And so I didn't even know what jazz music was. It was
Fascinating.
after high school that I was up at midnight on a Sunday night, and suddenly the local TV station was playing this music. It's like, what is this? And I called, and it was like music of Herbie Hancock and Jean-Luc Ponty. It was Gato Barbieri. I was like,
Gato
what is it?
Barbieri is
Oh my
and
God!
you're like,
oh my!
what-
I got to meet him. He signed my album.
Oh, that's fantastic. Got those. And
40 years later.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was, what is this? Because we're in a little bubble, and that's what most of America is. And
That's why media is so important.
That's
Radio,
right.
television, the internet now.
Travel.
Travel is a must. Yeah, we played it.
You went to Iowa.
We did
I noticed it. I saw
we
that.
did a show in Iowa, and it was exactly what Alex was pointing out. Like, you're playing Latin rhythms. It was a very Anglo crowd, loving, a pretty beautiful
Right.
crowd. I mean, I have to say, but they clearly aren't probably as exposed to
Correct.
live artists like us playing Latin
Correct.
rhythms and
Yeah.
reggae rhythms to the extent that we
And
do.
so we teach them.
And
That's correct.
they, it's not even intentionally teaching, but it is teaching. But
Well, you're teaching them rhythms.
Exposing them.
You're teaching them the clave.
clave and exposing
for
them
peligrosa.
to like what exactly, and but then the rock side they get. So that's our the
Yeah,
fusion
country
is
rock,
all
yeah.
of that. Yeah.
We did a show that was with Don Was. Don Was the big act right after us
In Detroit.
in Detroit. And I thought it was really fantastic. You know, it's one thing to do the show and perform on a stage, and another thing to see a video of it later. And when we were playing the song, I didn't really realize all the people that were clapping and singing
Oh, that's
along to
wonderful.
Yeah.
you teaching them the Cuban clave.
It was a great audience and very diverse. I had never been to Detroit, which is
How do you get
it's
selected to
amusing.
travel to these different
Well,
locations?
we have management, and
Okay.
we have tour booking that happens through our through Monoville Records management. We're professional team, and we're lucky to have them because that's really important. Alexandra Gacci, as manager, is really
And you have radio DJs who come see the shows, like
Yes.
the shows in Canada.
DJs that have supported my music over the years are an important network of connection of the Latin music scene or the global world beat music scene. So when we were in Canada and in Detroit, actually, WDET, there were a couple of DJs that came to the show because we were like, they've been playing my music for years, but they were so happy we could
Yeah.
actually come because you
Yeah.
can't get everywhere.
It's amazing that you can even travel to Canada and get back.
Oh yes, yes.
Yes.
We had to be careful because I'm an immigrant, and caution was important. To
Yes,
be careful.
being a New Yorker, New York City, you travel, you do whatever you want in New York City and everyth's okay. And then when we started traveling, I found out that I needed to have a real ID as opposed to the driver's license that I've always had.
What about a passport? Isn't that
Well,
also
I didn't bring my passport because we weren't going to Canada.
Got
We were
it.
just
We've
staying
done
in the
different
US.
legs in this
Yeah.
trip.
And so,
What
I didn't
happened?
bring a passport, and I found out at the airport that
Uh-oh.
they're like, even though we could see that you're legal, we're just going to stop you and give you a hard time before you continue, just because we want you to get the real ID. So I advise anybody out there who's
Yeah.
traveling within the U.S., get a real ID anyway in order to just
Real ID
facilitate
or an
your
enhanced
traveling.
ID. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, because the deadline was maybe 2 years ago, and they kept extending it.
Yes.
And you still think that they're extending it, and you don't
Right.
realize that, oh my gosh, it actually,
That's
expired.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will stop you. Yeah.
And you don't want that.
No, you want to get to your
no.
destination.
Yes, I know. I was stuck out in, I was traveling out in South Dakota. I have rancher cousins out there.
Oh,
and when I
nice.
was passing through security at the Rapid City, South Dakota airport, I got screened very closely. Like,
Oh.
you're from New York, why are you here? And blah, blah, blah.
This
And
was recent.
well, this is about 10 years ago.
About 10 years.
Yeah. mhm.
Wow.
And what else? Why do you have 2 locks with you? It's like,
I'm Ginger from New York.
it's like having 2 sets of keys, you find one faster than the other in the purse, That was my answer.
And when you're traveling with instruments, we're traveling with
Oh
these
my
like
gosh.
big guitars. It's like,
Right.
okay, it's not a machine gun, it's a guitar. And I remember putting it through they're putting one of my guitars through the
metal detector.
metal detector, and this big agent comes out and goes, "I'm going to open your instrument. Let me look at it." And he was like tough and mean. He opens it up. Oh, that's a good-looking guitar. I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, yes, it is. It's one of my favorite Gibson Les Paul. And then he closes it and he goes, I said, "Everything's fine?" He goes, "Yes, I'll be right back." So I'm like, oh no. So he goes to the back and he pulls out a Led Zeppelin sticker from my case. And he goes, "I've been waiting for the right person to give this to." And he
Fantastic.
was the nicest guy.
And you were like, yeah.
Me too. I'm following a new band.
It's on my red Colton
yeah.
case. It's like, it fit perfectly.
That's great.
So there are good people in the world.
Yeah.
We'll find each other.
Yeah.
We're going to expand our tent and we'll
Yeah.
get there.
And I'm always curious on how you travel with instruments. Do you get to carry them on the plane, or is it hold your breath as they go through as
I
cargo?
think it's gotten better. Like a long time ago, the TSA agents didn't know what instruments were. Like they didn't know that a bass drum pedal looked the way it does.
Oh, okay.
But it's gotten better, and now they mostly know what the instruments are. But every once in a while you'll hit somebody who just goes, "What's this?" It's a symbol. A symbol of what? No, it's a symbol for a drum kit. I remember years ago I had an experience where I had a drum machine. This was in the 80s. And, the guy didn't know what a drum machine was. Drum machines were pretty new. So he's like, "Turn it on." I said, "Well, I need power." And back then, there wasn't an outlet everywhere. So we had to travel through the airport.
And you have to be patient.
And then we'd go
Yes,
there.
you do. You have to behave.
And this was a Roland drum machine, and I forgot, because I was in the moment, that the Roland drum machine startup screen is Space Invaders, which is a ship shooting down other space, And so
Suspect.
he turns it on, and he looks at that, and he goes, "What the hell?" And I said, "Hey, it's a game. It's a video game.
It sounds like you're
doesn't mean
making it up.
anything.
It's cockamamie.
Believe me, this is really for drums." And then he looks at it, he goes, "I don't hear anything."
You need speakers. You need
You got to
headphones.
plug it in. You got to
was
have
like a-
headphones. So it's not that bad anymore.
Okay.
Now, they'll look at my bag and go, "Oh, this guy's a drummer. He's got
Yeah,
a
but there's
bass drum
still,
pedal."
my pedal board is always like, what is this contraption?
Yeah.
And it's, for guitarists that are viewing this,
I would
will
always
know what
be
a pedal board
concerned
is.
of broken equipment or lost
Yeah.
equipment.
Yeah. And the treatment. You have to get real cases, like
Oh,
which I've always had, but now more than ever because you just have to be careful and insure your instruments and all that. You know.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are very brave to be traveling around during these times.
Yes.
We,
yes.
we have to. We're musicians.
Okay.
We're troubadours. We're
have
the
a lot
ones
to
who
say.
travel around the world spreading the good word.
There you go.
I mean, the Canada trip was phenomenal because, you know, I'm an immigrant in the United States. They got to see, and Alex is an immigrant, and Winston's, you know, a black man. So they got to see like 3 people on stage, and I'm singing in Spanish
You know,
that represent what the terrible message they're getting of what Latinos are in the United States,
Right.
what they're hearing from the current administration. So for them to hear and dance to music and
Yeah.
get exposed to stuff that they wouldn't normally
Yeah,
get
that's great.
is very exciting.
very
I
good.
must say that Winston's done a fantastic job at learning all the Spanish lyrics.
Yes, he does.
Even though he
does.
doesn't really
does.
speak Spanish.
No, but it's the way it's written, the way it's spoken. It's one
the,
of those
the phonetics of it.
phonetic is- yeah.
But he's done a fantastic
He's
job.
great. He's a great
and
singer.
nobody would ever know that he doesn't
And he-
carry a conversation in Spanish.
He sometimes comes off stage and people start talking to him in Spanish when we're in Mexico. It's the best. It's the best.
Maybe it's the shirt, you know, maybe it's the...
The 3 of
singing
you
in
are
Spanish.
incredible. Such a
Human
power
shirt.
trio. I enjoy your shows. And I don't know Spanish, but I was at Drome, and you even said that we're singing in Spanish, but you can understand what we're saying, and we can. We
Yes,
can.
that's great. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
We have to blur the lines, you know, of that separate us and connect us. Where I feel like, you know, a bridge, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
What do you have planned for the future? Like, what do you see yourself a year from now?
Well, the key right now is promoting the new record, performing with the new record, bringing those songs to life, having more countries and cities and fans and people hearing the new record. It's like I'm just giving birth to these songs,
Right.
both for people's ears as well as our performances live. So that's exactly where my head is, and also get the message around what the songs mean.
Right.
Clearly, being a musician is number one. I'm a songwriter. I'm not a politician. You know, but I am an activist, and that is reflected in my work. So that's important.
And the album hits what date again?
August
August
22nd.
22nd.
I knew
You're
it.
the best.
I knew it.
And where can the people find the record?
I have one. I got an advance copy.
She's a VIP. So all the DSPs, all the digital
okay.
platforms. You have Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, all that. We have a Bandcamp, but we have a website, eljurimusic.com. ELJURIMUSIC.com, where people can jump in, become fans, sign up for the mailing list, get the news, find out the tours, tour dates, and
Can they pre-order the album?
they can pre-order the album. Great question.
Beginning what date?
Probably now, right?
I think right now it's active. Yeah.
So everybody out there, check out this great record, not just because I played it, but because Cecilia wrote some really great songs that I think you'll really enjoy. It's a diverse record with lots of different influences, your Lebanese influence,
Yes, you can hear,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can hear
your
the Middle
Latin
East.
Yes.
American influence, and your New York City
Yeah,
influence.
the rock, the funk, the reggae.
Yeah.
You know, we
Afro-Cuban.
a lot of Afro-Cuban. Yes.
Yeah, I know, Ginger, you're a big fan of live music, and you always
Yeah.
go out
I
and,
do.
and see. So
I don't post as much as I really do because that's what everybody thinks, that I'm in, Candyland, and it's like, well, that's why I'm in New York.
Oh, is that one of the
Well,
reasons?
one
'Cause
of the
you're
reason I still-
culturally active.
Because I grew up in such a sterile environment, and I know how much to appreciate New York.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize the value of launching the show either. I just wanted to profile musicians who were maybe sidemen as opposed to the maybe a lead singer, like someone who was a backup singer for Cher.
Yeah.
So Cher has all the coverage in the world, but you
Yes.
don't know about the backup singer or the drummer or the sax player. And,
That's fantastic.
And through that, I've got to meet so many performing artists, here in the city, and I'm so grateful because I've been doing this show now for 15 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow.
And I follow everybody who's been on my show, and so I've
Fantastic.
seen people grow up and doing all these great
It's a
things.
great show. You do a great job on
Thank
your
you.
show.
Well, I have a great co-host.
Thank you.
I can always tell when I have a
Thank you for inviting me. I'm always glad to be here.
great. He is the best friends.
Oh,
I mean, I'm just floored when I
I mean,
see someone.
you're giving
yeah.
musicians platforms, like you
Oh,
said,
yes,
not just
it's
the
very
lead, the
important.
lead artist, but also all this,
Oh.
like the Wrecking Crew and Funk
Yeah.
Brothers and all that. Like
Yeah.
it's
We all need
don't
each other,
get there
yeah.
alone. It doesn't
Correct.
happen alone. It is a group effort, and again, music lifts us up when we all put our hands in
Yeah.
it. It's just going to be that much more powerful.
I've had 2 people from foreign countries that have come through here, and they've been able to get artist visas for the United States just by
Oh.
appearing here on the show.
That's a gift.
It's life-changing for
That's
people.
a real gift what you've done.
Yeah, and some people
there.
have used it as a springboard for so many things. And one girl got a whole page ad in the write-up in the New York Times of
Right.
doing her work. Princess Lacquerue, you might know
That's
her.
a beautiful
Yeah.
thing what you're doing. The platform that giving independent artists. I mean,
Because it's just it could be just a little touch of attention,
exactly.
validation, and that's what
Exactly.
I felt when I was doing media interviews as a professional. It's like, wow, I'm really here. I really can do this. So
I mean, we are in one of the greatest cities, if
Yes.
not the greatest city in the world, I would argue.
yes,
Yeah,
It's,
absolutely.
especially for the arts, and for the people.
and the
Cecilia,
food, and the music, and the clothes.
The arts, the fashion, it's not.
Cecilia, for this album, you started doing demos in your home studio.
Yes, I
Oh.
did expand my home studio so that I could flesh out the ideas more. Yes.
Right. And then you went to
yeah.
a couple of different studios, and you ended up at
The
Paul
Clubhouse.
Antonel's studio, the
Yes.
Clubhouse again.
Yes.
Which you also were there the previous album.
Exactly, because we recorded Reflexion at the Clubhouse up in Rhinebeck, and it's really great because the studios, and Alex, of course, was with me for both those albums that we did there, and there's a great studio with incredible gear, with the best people, the best owner, Paul Antonelli, he's amazing. A great Shaboom Mandal was the lead
Right.
engineer.
Pete Kepler helped out.
Pete Kepler
He
helped
recorded
out.
the original tracks.
He did some of the rhythm tracks
Right.
in New York. But then there's a little farmhouse that is an extension of the studio that you stay over. So you literally wake up, walk in, see all these guitar amps, all these beautiful microphones. It's really a dream come true. So we loved working there and worked with some incredible people. We had some good guests as well on the record. Steve Sandberg, who's an incredible New York pianist. He's played with Celia Cruz, Gato Barbieri.
Oh.
He's played with Ruben Blades. And I've known him a long time. But there were songs on this record that I was like, it really called for him.
How did you meet Steve?
I met Steve like 15 years ago through a mutual friend, this background singer actually, who knew him for this recording on one of my earlier bands before I went solo, and we clicked right away. He's got the beautiful Montunos, and R.I.P. to Eddie Palmieri right now because he just passed. Eddie
Oh
Palmieri.
yes, yeah.
Right.
And then we had Ciro Baptista also as a guest percussionist on some of the tracks.
He played the Brazilian tracks.
Exactly. He's an incredible Brazilian genius.
What did he
percussionist.
play? He played surdo, which is the
Cachiche,
big
surdo.
Brazilian drum.
Pandeiro.
Right.
He played a slew of percussion instruments, and he's really a genius. And he's performed with, toured with Sting and Paul Simon. Like he's that player, and a lovely man, and he completely, like those songs just they clicked with him. Así es el mundo and Karma. Because he's also an immigrant, and I think he, understood. But musically, he was completely attached to them.
Right.
You have a video of your recording of your album as well.
Yes, that's great on YouTube. Eljuri Music, Eljuri Music, is where you get to the YouTube. We did have some of the recording captured on film, and you could see the essence of how we all kind of connect together, But it's the core rhythm of Alex, Winnie, and I is this, like the base, the starting point. And then we had layers. You played great percussion. What instruments did you play on cambio?
I threw everything in.
It was like, oh my God, it was amazing.
I did a couple of things from my home studio and some in the studio in Brooklyn. But I always...
Bongos, clave,
Yeah.
you know, all those, los sabores increíbles. Eso
Yeah,
muy
we threw
importante.
in a caja vallenata,
Caja
which is
vallenata.
not a
You had a
traditional
dumbe,
instrument. A djembe,
Djembe, a
Oh,
dumbek.
yeah.
a dumbek,
A
that's
dumbek
right.
on the song Luz.
Middle Eastern dumbek.
Because that was that.
Yeah.
What the song called for, you know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
I can always hear the influences that you were affected by when you were writing. So,
Yeah.
you know, because I have some instruments from around the world that come from those
Exactly.
areas, so I can come in
Okay.
and I've learned how to play them, play the basic traditional rhythms and how to get the sounds for it.
It's more than that. Sorry. You're being very
Can I ask
humble. It's
what-
more than that.
And
It's very deep what
I
you do.
remember when you recorded with Bowie, you wanted to know what color he was looking for.
Right.
How would you describe her color?
And what originated the song. That always helps me because I want to know the story behind the
Okay.
song. And Cecilia always gives me that information
When
as
we
well.
were recording La Vida, it was spiritual.
That's
what
right.
he was playing.
Yeah.
It took it to that level. It's that intense. Like,
Yeah, you know, it's kind of a chant kind of song.
exacto.
And when I was recording the percussion for it, we had already done the drum tracks, and I kept seeing a
yeah.
sunset where everybody's just kind of gathering together at the end of the day, and they're just going through this chant, and everybody's gathering more and more and more, and that was what was going through my head while I was recording that song.
Yes, it was really intense, and that's the beauty of making music, being creative, is that you can get to this like intense, like really almost spiritual place.
Something that we're not
know.
going to be able to get with AI.
No,
That's the human experience. You
Just
know.
like touching each other here,
Yeah,
and
it's so
have,
important. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious about Luz. Can you tell me the story about this
So
song?
Luz is a song that has the Middle Eastern influence from my mother's side. I'm Lebanese and half Spanish. So that rhythmically, I wanted something that was kind of like a mantra. And so musically, it's very like, and super powerful, wailing. I used an ebow on my guitar, for those guitarists out there, because I wanted it to be like almost like a violin, the guitar, and that incredible, you know, Doombek with the driving drums and Winnie on bass was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And lyrically, it's about how you're looking for the light, and at the end of the day, you realize it's always been within you.
I just finished a course on yoga philosophy, Raja Yoga.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Like,
Well,
that's finding your loose.
That's correct.
See?
That's correct. I went during COVID. I did a 500-hour Hatha yoga teacher training through Integral Yoga Institute.
Fantastic.
And it was on Zoom, and it was taught by the Swamis in their headquarters in Virginia. And it was really a wonderful, I really enjoyed the Raja course because it was the yoga philosophy, and it talked about enlightenment and the soul within and such. And apparently there's been such a response from the students since that time that they just offered an advanced Raja course. I just finished 5 weeks of it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And it brought in people from all around the world. And
It's a connection,
Yeah,
a connector.
But that's what they were talking about, yeah.
Following
And
your passion.
it's just what's going on in the world. It's capital K, crazy. But one of the Swamis said is the second coming is really the enlightenment within ourselves.
Fantastic.
And that, what was the other thing? And all these global issues are more than what we can all handle. And so you can really just take what your space is, your area, and what you're saying, have your community and have your music and your friendship and things like that. And because that light and energy emanates to others.
It's fantastic. And
Because we can't dwell on what's going on.
yeah,
you know.
and
It's a horrificness of what's going on.
exactly what you're saying is I have a group of activists that we formed the Eljuri Concerts for Democracy last year, where we were getting the vote out. We partnered with
yes.
Headcount. You know all about it.
This
and we
at
got registered.
I thought that was wonderful.
We did it throughout the country, actually, in different places. But you were there at Drum, which is great. And so that same group, we were like, what are we going to do this year?
I'm sorry, I don't
Yeah.
mean to interrupt you, but for those of us, for those our viewers that weren't there at Drome, can you tell us what you were doing there?
What we were doing there and the other cities throughout the country, we had registration materials for people to register to vote, both in English and in Spanish. And we had people on the ground at the tables at the concerts that could explain what your rights are, how to register. You have to register yourself, but but they helped guide people through both in English and Spanish, because we knew that there were deterrents out there to stop Latinos,
Yes.
Spanish-speaking people from voting, just because it was confusing and whatever. So that initiative, we stepped it up a notch, and we created the Eljuri Amplifying Voices for Social Activism. It's the AVSA team, and that's part of this record. And there we're talking about how where you're inundated by all this information and misinformation, and you're frustrated and you want to do something about it, we said, let's curate different possible ways somebody can go through and do something. And we created this Eljuri Activism Toolkit. And it's available online. It's available on our website at eljurimusic.com. It's available at concerts. It's available in postcards when we do events. It's free. And the toolkit basically is an informational website that curates a lot of information and kind of culls it for you. So you have information on different topics. We picked 5 pillars. We partnered with 5 organizations that were, or it's 7, more than 5, for these 5 pillars to share information that's already been vetted and actionable ideas. So if you're interested in taking action, but you're like, I can't believe every day there's something else, it's overwhelming, just pick one of the pillars, go to our toolkit, pick one of the pillars that speaks to you the most, narrow it down, like you said, to one thing that really you want to just take action and feel good that day.
Right.
And what are the 5 pillars that you
The
have?
5 pillars are women's rights, environmental justice, we have civic engagement. We have gun control, and human rights is it's like a big topic, but it's human rights basically, which kind of takes into account all this immigration stuff. So those are the 5 pillars. So if today you wake up and you're like, I can't believe what they're saying about the environment, I want to do something about it. Go to our toolkit,
That's wonderful.
go zero into the environment pillar, and it just gives you ideas, and you don't feel alone, and somebody did all that work instead of you floating around in internet land, or
Right.
AI land, yeah.
I remember you had a video out about gun violence,
Yes.
and you listed all the cities.
Bang Bang.
Yes.
Our song Bang Bang. Yeah.
And I just wondered how many more cities have been added to that.
Yeah, it's interesting. We play Bang Bang a lot. It's a very popular song.
People respond to that
People
song.
respond to it.
Yeah.
It's such an issue.
It's
They-
I mean,
they agree
it's
with
in
the
the
song.
military.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's at a military base
Yeah.
this week. Horrific.
And that one we use, the power of reggae with the power of rock. And I look to like a Bob Marley as an example of how he took social justice through his incredibly upbeat music. Like you can dance to Karma.
Yeah.
Like in the Midwest, we didn't know what social justice was.
Wow.
We didn't know.
So that's hopefully a way to get to the people in the Midwest is through music.
And when I came here, February was Black History Month, and I said,
Oh.
Black History? What's Black History?
That's fascinating.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're giving voice to the voiceless through
Right.
music.
So
That's
you can
why
see.
New York City is so great, because
Yes.
New York City exposes you to
Yes.
all those different
Exactly.
subcultures.
And I'm so surprised when I watch what's going on in the United States, of changing history and
Yeah.
banning books.
Yeah.
They want to take us back to that type of environment, and that's not the real world.
We can't let that happen.
Right.
We're not going to let it happen, Ginger. We're not letting it happen, Alex. It's not happening. It's not everybody feels that way, and not everybody doesn't, but we have a voice, and we have the power, and let's unite and push back. Push that rock right back up the hill.
And we're going through that right now with Texas. What you've got
Yes,
Democrats
that's right.
going up
That's
to
exact-
Illinois, woo,
That's
and, and now the FBI is chasing after them.
Yes,
It's like
but-
there's a lot of
yes.
drama going on.
Yeah, there is,
All
there is.
because of one person.
Yeah, that's right. And women's rights is,
Oh, my
is
gosh.
atrocious, and that's a global problem.
Yeah.
So we picked pillars that matter to us, and this activism team is fantastic. And it was like, well, I have this new record coming out. Let's just put it together. You know,
Wonderful.
to try to help
That's
people.
great.
You toured last year in the Netherlands. How was that experience for you?
Well, the Netherlands is interesting because you're singing and you're speaking in English and singing in Spanish to people that are Dutch. So it's very interesting.
Right.
There's that dynamic that's going on, and some of the songs are in English, but very loving audiences in Europe. We also, we played Amsterdam. We played like a bunch of cities in including Amsterdam, and then we did this one show. This was fascinating. We did this show in Elslo, which was in the Netherlands. It was this big festival, huge stage. We're one on the lineup, and we somehow get driven there because we have gear. We get backstage, and we're like, where are the cars? Like, how did the people get here? Well, they all biked there.
Oh,
From Belgium, from the Netherlands. We're like, wow. And I've never seen, it was like a bike parking lot.
wow.
Like a massive bike, thousands and thousands of bikes. And
Probably normal bikes too, not the EV bicycles that we
Right,
have
no,
sitting around the
exactly.
city. Oh my
Bikes.
God.
And it's to your point, like you're saying, well, you're like, oh, February's Black History Month or whatever. Well, I'm like, the environment.
Yeah.
They're caring
Yeah.
for the environment. They
Yeah.
decide to get on their bikes and their health, but definitely their environment.
Very good.
It was cool.
Well, it's so great to have you here.
You're the best. You're the best.
When I was watching that you were touring and releasing some new music, and I said, you know, she really should be invited to come back
Oh, thank you.
for an update. And then I would say within a day, you wrote to me and said, what do you think,
Sure.
Ginger? And I said, absolutely.
That's great.
Let's do it.
Very nice.
You have telepathy. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
No,
with
I
us?
just positive energy to all the people, all your
Yes.
beautiful listeners,
Yeah.
and
Thank you.
how we could, stay united and
fight back and
And
be
speak up, testify
and
and dance.
yay, yes.
And turn it up, because I love playing those loud guitar solos, and you love those drum fills, so there's that too.
Keep on playing music.
Yep.
We are always appreciative of all the audiences
Absolutely.
Yeah.
that come out and support, and still support live musicians,
Yeah.
live music
Yeah.
everywhere, all over the world. And so
Huge.
please keep helping us keep music
Yeah.
played by live people alive.
Yeah.
We
Exactly.
need that.
And stay in touch on social media too. We're at, Eljuri Music and all social media. We do stay in touch. I remember fans, I remember people I meet, and we do stay in touch. And that is an important connection.
Yeah, it's really, and I'm really grateful, coming from the Midwest, to have musicians go out and see us, because it's really hard for us to travel. We have to drive 100 miles in order to go someplace, or
Yeah.
it's expensive, and people don't make the salaries that they do here on the East or West Coast. And so I know from my experience that I really appreciate it. So I was really surprised when I saw that you're going out to
We
Iowa.
were we were happy to do
Yeah.
to do that, especially again because of what's going on, and always it's a great country. This is a great
Yes.
country,
Well, good.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. But before we end, I know, Alex, you're doing your own project, because you had something about an art project over in Italy. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yes. So I was contacted by Richard Heumann, who does art installations around the world. And he asked me if I would partake in an art exhibit that he was doing in Italy, in Trieste, Italy.
How beautiful.
And so we found a picture that he liked, and then he added his artistic values to it. And that's being shown, I believe it's August 20th in Trieste, Italy. And the art gallery will be there for a couple of weeks.
Are
at
you an
least.
artist that like a visual artist?
Yeah, he does more photography mixed with multimedia.
Oh,
so what
okay.
he did was he took a picture of me, and then he came. We both came up with 5 words that he thought represented me, and he inverted them, and then put them so that you can still see me
Yes.
coming through the backwards letters, and that's what that is.
Got it, got
that's
it.
cool.
Well, I'll show that in our video because I did download
you.
it too. Yeah, I
That's
thought it was
cool.
really
Richard is a-
interesting.
Cool.
Richard's a great
Okay.
artist. And
Okay, I was wondering if it
Thank
was
you,
music
Richard.
related, but
Yeah.
it's that artwork that you showed. That's wonderful.
I met Richard through the American Nomads, which is a band that I work with now and then. And it's a great band.
That's
Check them
interesting.
out too.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah,
Because
they're great.
I'm an accountant in the art industry, so
Oh,
I was
oh,
very
that's cool.
curious, yeah, how you were connected in this
Yeah,
that program.
you know,
That's wonderful.
I never go looking for these things. Sometimes the opportunities
yeah.
just come,
That's great.
and
That's the best.
that's one of them.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
That's cool.
Well, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Cecilia.
Oh, thank you for
Thank
the
you, Cecilia.
platform again,
Yeah.
and for the invitation and
Yeah.
reconnection.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm a super fan. I'm a super fan. I go to all your shows. I got an early
you're more
ticket.
than a super, you're a VIP.
on
I was one of the
rocking.
first one for Joe's Pub. Oh, and Drome.
Oh yeah, yes,
Keep on rocking in the free world, right?
Yeah.
yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you, Alex, for joining in today. Isn't
really
he a
great.
special
Thank you.
element to
Thank
my
you.
show? So I really appreciate it.
Always
Yeah.
happy to be here anytime, Ginger.
Great. Well, thank you everyone for joining in this afternoon show of Ginger New York. We got a lot of material in today. I am so excited that one of my heroes is in the studio. Well, 2 heroes, because Alex, so great. I'm a drummer fan, and I'm a super fan of yours. And be sure to go and get Cecilia's new album that's out. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So yoga. Do you know Dharma?
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
Finished.
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay, we got to cut. Try that
Sorry,
again.
I'm really sorry. So sorry.
Thank you so much, Cecilia, for coming in.
Un placer.
this
Gracias
yeah,
por todo. Thank you for
wonderful.
everything.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Alex, for joining
Ginger.
in this
Always
afternoon.
glad to
I
be
always
here.
love your friends.
Let's
The
do it
coolest of
again.
the cool.
Let's do it again.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Great. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining in this afternoon show of Ginger New York. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Well, this is the group camera. Okay, great. Don't turn off the film yet. I want to get some photos.
Go for it.
Okay, great. Okay, so I just want to get a couple of group shots.
Yep. Standing up.
Yes. We don't have the flexibility, with the manual camera, so I want to get at least a few with us. We went about an hour.
That was great.
It was good.
That went really great,
Oh, great. Yeah. It was good.
Sounded interesting.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Covered all kind of different subjects.
Yeah. I liked it too.
Like
And
you're professionals or something.
I liked the color.
The cameras are a little low.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Oh yeah, for the picture.
Rich, can you?
Well, that camera I have to come in here for.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Camera doesn't work from in there. Only
Oh.
from in here.
thank you so much, Rich.
Yes, thank you, Rich.
The
Can I
backdrop
ask you
is
about,
wonderful.
Can I
What's
ask
that?
you about yoga now?
There you go.
Let's get our photos and
After
then yes.
okay.
Get rid of that. Okay,
Sorry about
there you go.
Great.
No, that's
I was like,
okay.
oh, no, I
That's
thought we were
okay. It's not a live show. It's okay.
Thank God.
Yay.
It touched the Brooklyn Bridge.
I can't see where.
Let's
We
go
are-
swimming.
We're facing.
Like each other.
We're facing that way.
This is the camera. So.
Oh, yeah.
So we look at that camera,
That way.
but we have to figure out what we want to do.
Okay.
We can do a group photo,
Ginger New
like a
York.
serious one. Yay. We can blow kiss. And then I always like to have some kind of like an attitude, kind of.
Oh.
kind of
Right.
like- Another position.
Lean on each other's backs.
Oh,
There you go, girls.
That looks like
Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels.
That's a popular one.
You have to come in and get to the third one.
Oh, yes, come
Be
here.
the angel.
No. That's okay.
And then the two of you.
Okay.
All right.
And we have to act like we like each other.
Yes.
Fix your tie.
Oh, that's
Fix your
really
tie.
cute.
Fix
Pull
your
your
tie.
tie down. Pull your tie down. Yeah,
Super.
there you go.
I have creeping tie.
Creeping tie.
Oh, that's cute. And then look here in the camera.
Oh, I keep looking at the wrong place.
Great. Can you see my hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Very good. Wonderful. That's a great shot. Thank you. Yay!
Thank you, Ginger. Great job.
Yay. Thank you. You helped so
You're
much.
the best.
Oh, sorry.
So now I can ask you about your yoga.
Rich, you can turn off the film. Yes.
Yeah. So you
You start
do you
your
know Dharma